Well,
hey guys, my name is Marcel Irnie, and this is Merlin, the 2016 race bike. And what is it, negative like 4 or 5 Celsius outside right now, Q-Man?
it sure is. Yeah, it's a cold day.
Yeah.
Sunny, but it's cold.
Well, now we're losing the sun, so I just washed Merlin's. Merlin hasn't been cleaned or anything since the east when I did Summit Point in the rain for my last rider training. And so this is going to be probably a patron-only update. And unfortunately, Emirates is actually at the BMW dealer, and we're going through a warranty process. So I'll update you guys on that later. But to start, I'm going to drain a little bit of the coolant out of here, and then we're going to top it up with AMSOIL Antifreeze coolant. So,
And why are you going to top it up with the AMSOIL Antifreeze coolant?
Because I'm going to be storing it in the cold weather. What side is it on? No, I lost myself here. Yeah, right here off to the water pump. And I'll actually see what I can catch what's in there. But to start with, you pretty much just, a lot of people just pull off the hoses. Actually, that's what the manual says.
Really? To pull off the hose?
On the DVD manual, it says pull off the hose.
When it has a drain.
Which is so weird, yeah. So I'm going to actually see what's in there and try to capture some of it. Because
now I notice you don't have your drain safety wired.
I actually just ripped off the shoe glue with a pair of pliers.
Oh yes.
And it was really hard. It was really stuck with that crap. So you can see it's mostly just water coming out. It's clear.
Yeah.
Come in here closer.
Because you just run that just like water wetter for the racetrack.
Yeah, no, I've already done a flush in the past here. Well, it's a little colored actually. You can see in the bottle here. It's the Coolant Boost. You can see it has
the AMSOIL Coolant Boost,
and it's turning, you know, a little bit. What is that?
Orangey color there, yeah.
Color, salmon or whatever. And so I'm gonna let that drain as much as I can, and start throwing in the antifreeze on top. Put this here so I don't lose it.
Now, is there any particular trick to making sure you don't get any air bubble locks or anything like that, or will that happen when you pull a screw like that?
This is actually where you get the air out. So when people are trying to get rid of the air, you know, they're topping it up, they're running their engine, they're having it bubble up here.
Yeah.
The only thing they actually needed to do was open this screw down here and just crack it, and then you'll hear the air come out.
Just let the air come out. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's that final air that you can't get rid of. So anyway, so we got almost half a gallon here. Give you an idea of what we're going to need to put in there, because, you know, I'm going to want like a 50-50 mix or more.
Now, does the AMSOIL, does it come pre-mixed or is it a concentrate?
The AMSOIL coolant that I use and everything, of course you just picked up some too.
Yep.
It's biodegradable, universal and compatible with everything. And it's a propylene glycol, so it's totally different than your green antifreeze. This stuff, you could just pour it on the ground, and it's not gonna, like, it's not toxic to animals that drink, and it's not toxic to the water beneath the earth, essentially, our waterways. And example. So this stuff is, pour a little bit in here as an example. Just like some goo, right? And it's just start coming out of the bottom here. Eventually. So it's pushing more water out because the coolant's probably
at a certain level.
The coolant probably stays at the higher, like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? There's certain ones that are going to float over another one until they mix. So this is going to be stored outside. We might reach like -10, right? So pretty much.
So is your goal here to try to get that green color coming out of there now?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, who cares what my percentage is, right?
Yeah, because it's pre-mixed already, right? So.
No, so this is 100% concentrate.
Oh, it's concentrate. Okay.
I'm just saying I can get it going and then I can add water later, but it's just for the winter.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not even coming out.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. And this stuff is actually more efficient at a higher concentrate level than it is at like 50-50 in terms of higher boiling temperature and of course freeze point as well. So when you're running this in your car, like I run it at like a 60 or 65 to, you know, 40 or 35 ratio of distilled water.
Interesting.
Which, like, if you go through the math on the back, the more it has in it, the more effective it is. Essentially, distilled water is just not effective, right?
Yeah. Now, distilled, would you need to use distilled water, or could you just use regular bottled water or tap water?
With this, you can use regular tap water.
Yeah.
Because essentially, tap water has minerals which eat away at metals.
Yeah.
But this can counteract that. But it's best to always use distilled water.
Yeah.
You know, keep everything nice and clean in there. So I'll throw that screw back in. and then I'll just fill it up. And then, you know, once the season's over, once the winter's over, I'll just drain it again and put in Coolant Boost, right?
Yeah, back ready for the track.
Now, you could use this on the track. It doesn't get slippery, and if you spill it on a dry track, as an example, it's going to evaporate with the sun, and it won't leave a slipperiness behind like normal glycol.
Gotcha.
So technically, it is totally racetrack legal, but nobody knows about it.
So
and
nobody
I don't
approves
need
it.
More organizations, you know, bitching about something they don't know about, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And I'm going to start the bike and run it up after this too.
So you're just going to run that just straight concentrate through there, or are you going to add some water as well?
Well, there's probably a lot of water still left in there. You got to think about the coolant system. You know, we're not going to get it all out just unless you flush it a couple times, right?
Yeah.
So I know this was a gallon, and I know a half a gallon came out there. So we'll start with half a gallon and see where we're at. I'm just trying to get this done before the sun goes.
Before it gets really cold.
Yeah.
You got about half an hour, maybe. I can see my breath already now, so.
I know, it's scary.
And it's November 20th in Kelowna.
Oh, man.
Should not be this cold here.
There we go. So I'll start the bike now. We'll cycle through. And then I have fuel stabilizer for later on as well.
Yeah.
So this bike hasn't been started since when was that? You know, September. Sometime in September. I hope it starts.
It's like a naked street bike now.
It's still in rain mode from when I rode in the rain. Started easy, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds a lot better than Everest.
Much better than Emirates.
I'm just keeping the revs around 25.
Not that quiet.
I'm just so used to Everest running on 3 cylinders. All over the fucking place. Anyway. And then of course, I'm going to add stabilizer and top up the fuel to all the way.
Yeah, that's good for stabilized for how long?
Oh, it's recommended for 12 months. However, I had it in my dirt bike for 2 years, and the dirt bike fuel carburetor was perfect. It started up right away.
Yeah.
Which we just had a great time in Moab, right?
Yeah, awesome time Moab.
So, but 12 months is the recommended storage period. This is 1 ounce for 2.5 gallons.
Oh, not a lot. So 2 ounces per fuel jug.
Yeah, essentially like 1 ounce, like
per tank. Yeah.
Not very much. So what's an ounce?
There must be some markings on there, but there you go.
It's like a shot.
A shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to shoot that or not, but.
What?
I don't know if you'd want to shoot that or not.
Oh, yeah, I'm just talking about. Anyways, that's about it. I guess we can wrap up, guys. But hopefully we get everything sorted out and we have a good winter.
Excellent.
Nice and